She saved me with her touch, but that same touch destroyed me. This is the story of how love became my undoing. The rain fell hard that night, drenching the empty streets as if the city itself mourned me. I had nothing left. No family, no future, just a bottle of whiskey and the weight of too many mistakes. I wandered, half drunk, into the alley where it should have ended. That's when I saw her. She wasn't supposed to be there, a vision in the darkness with eyes that cut through the storm. She moved toward me without hesitation, her umbrella shielding both of us, her hand brushing mine. It was warm, too warm for someone who should have been a stranger. "Don't do it," she whispered, though I hadn't said a word. Her touch steadied me, pulled me back from the edge of the abyss I had been ready to fall into. I don't know why I followed her that night. Maybe it was the way her voice soothed the chaos inside me, or the way her touch felt like fire and mercy all at once. She led me out of the alley, out of despair, and into her world, a world I knew nothing about. Her name was Serafina. She didn't tell me much else, only that she had been watching me, that she knew what I was capable of even when I had forgotten myself. For the first time in months, maybe years, I felt alive. I told myself she was an angel sent to save me. But deep down, even then, I should have known angels don't linger in shadows. And Serafina was no angel. Days bled into nights, and somehow Serafina became the center of my world. She was a contradiction. Soft and cruel, gentle and sharp, as if she carried both heaven and hell inside her. She never told me where she lived, but she always found me. On rooftops, in half-empty bars, in places I thought no one could reach me. She was there. Each time, her touch erased the noise in my head, silencing the guilt, the anger, the loneliness. I started craving it, craving her, but there were rules. She never let me ask questions about her past. Never spoke of the men who sometimes called her phone late at night. And when I pressed, when I begged to know who she really was, her eyes went cold, as if reminding me that salvation always comes at a cost. Still, I didn't walk away. Couldn't. Our nights together were fire and destruction. Her lips tasting like sin, her body both sanctuary and battlefield. With her, pain felt like pleasure, and pleasure tasted like surrender. I knew she was dangerous. I knew the darkness that surrounded her wasn't the kind that could be escaped. But by then, I didn't care. The more I fell, the deeper she pulled me into her world. And when she finally whispered, "You're mine now," I didn't question it. I let her claim me, body and soul. What I didn't know was that every touch, every kiss, every whispered promise was a thread in the web she was weaving around me. A web I would never escape. It started small, shadows slipping into the edges of our fragile world. A man in a black car parked outside my building. A stranger's stare lingering too long at the bar where she kissed me recklessly. A warning whispered in the dead of night, "Stay away from her, if you value your life." I tried to confront her. Serafina only smiled, pressing a finger to my lips, silencing questions the way she always did. "You don't need to know," she said. "You only need me." But I did need to know. And so, one night when she left her phone unattended, I looked. Messages filled the screen, threats, demands, names I didn't recognize. Men who weren't just jealous lovers, but dangerous men who wanted something from her. Something she hadn't told me. When she caught me, her fury was colder than any storm I had ever weathered. For the first time, her touch burned instead of healed. "Do not make the mistake of thinking you can save me," she hissed. I was never yours to save. The illusion shattered. The angel who had pulled me from the alley was no angel at all. She was a siren, and I was the fool who had followed her song into the abyss. But here's the truth I couldn't admit to her, or even to myself. I didn't care. Even knowing the danger, even knowing she was poison dressed in silk, I couldn't walk away. Her touch had become my addiction, my salvation, and I was beginning to realize my undoing. The night it all came crashing down, the city felt too quiet, like the silence before a gunshot. Serafina's hand was locked in mine as we walked through the abandoned warehouse district, her steps steady, mine hesitant. I had told myself I could handle whatever truth she carried. that love could survive any storm. But when the men appeared from the shadows, I realized love wasn't the weapon I thought it was. They weren't here for me. They were here for her. "Give it back, Serafina," one of them growled, his voice sharp as broken glass. I glanced at her, searching for answers, but she didn't flinch. She only tightened her grip on my hand as if I were a shield she had chosen to sacrifice. And in that moment I understood. She hadn't saved me that night in the alley. She had chosen me, used me. I was never her salvation. I was her pawn. The gunfire erupted before I could move. Chaos swallowed the world, shouts, smoke, blood. I dragged her behind cover, my heart pounding, my body acting on instinct. But when I turned to her, expecting fear, I saw something else in her eyes. Satisfaction. She had orchestrated this. Every step, every kiss, every touch had led here, to my destruction. A bullet tore through my side, heat and pain flooding me. I collapsed, her hands catching me, her lips brushing my ear as the world dimmed. "You were exactly what I needed," she whispered. "And now you're exactly what I'll bury." Her touch was the last thing I felt, soft, tender, almost loving. Salvation, undoing, both bound in her hands. And as darkness swallowed me, I realized the cruelest truth of all. I would love her even in death.